Anna woke up at 6 a.m. to get ready for a big fashion show today. As a 25-year-old model living in New York City, her mornings were always rushed, trying to get to castings and shows on time. She rolled out of bed and headed to the bathroom to begin her lengthy beauty routine. She turned on the shower and let the water heat up as she brushed her teeth and washed her face. Anna then climbed into the hot shower and shaved her legs to prep her skin for the body makeup later. After shampooing her long brown locks, she applied a hair mask to keep her hair silky smooth. Once she finished showering, Anna wrapped herself in a towel and went to her closet to pick out an outfit. Knowing there would be lots of outfit changes, she picked stretchy black jeans and a simple tank top with sneakers to be comfy backstage. She got dressed quickly, then went to the kitchen to make avocado toast and coffee for a quick breakfast. By 7 a.m., Anna finished her meal, then did her makeup, opting for glowing skin and neutral eye makeup with a nude lip. She then diffused her hair into soft curls that framed her face. Anna was ready to go by 7:45 a.m., with a small bag packed with backup makeup, phone charger, and portfolio. She grabbed an Uber to the fashion show venue. As the Uber pulled up to the venue, Anna felt nervous excitement rushing through her veins. This was the big break she'd been waiting for. A show for an incredible major fashion label. She took a deep breath, grabbed her bag, and stepped out onto the busy sidewalk. Weaving through idling models and rack upon rack of couture, Anna made her way backstage. Hair and makeup stations were already buzzing with activity prepping the first round of girls. The energy was electric, but Anna noticed the models had a haunted, hollow look in their eyes. Before she had a moment to ponder this further, the show manager's assistant tapped Anna on the shoulder. "Fill this out now and get to makeup. We're on a tight schedule," he barked, shoving a thick contract and pen into her hands. Anna's excitement turned to disbelief as she scanned the bizarre terms, including a requirement for all models to sport fully shaved bald heads for 2 years straight. She hesitated, but the assistant pressured her to sign immediately. Anna feared losing this breakthrough chance, so she reluctantly put her name on the stringent contract. Anna felt sick reading the details of the contract requiring her to be bald for 2 straight years. This was far beyond the norm even for edgy fashion labels. "I'm sorry, but I can't agree to shave my head." "That's asking too much," she said firmly. The assistant director frowned and grabbed Anna's shoulders, steering her to the back room. The director made himself clear. "Take the offer or leave this gig." Anna's eyes widened, seeing 5 other nervous models already waiting in barber chairs. Contract signed. The stern stylist standing over them barked, "Next." And a girl squeezed her eyes shut as her long locks tumbled down. "But I thought I had a choice," Anna stammered. "You did until you walked through those doors," the director said coldly over her shoulder, appearing behind her. "I've got plenty of girls who will gladly take your place for this kind of exposure." Anna felt trapped. She desperately needed this high-paying job, but shaving her head was unfathomable. As the director tapped his foot impatiently, she made a last-ditch appeal. "Please, I'm begging you, I will sign the contract, but don't fire me. I have so much debt I can barely keep afloat in New York as it is." She stammered, wringing her hands. A sinister smile spread across the director's face. "Oh, I know all about your situation," he snarled, causing Anna's stomach to drop. "I make it my business. That's why I know you'll sign whatever I put in front of you." He pulled out a folder detailing Anna's finances and personal information. "You need this job unless you want to be evicted and your reputation destroyed." Anna trembled at his cruel tactics. "So let's try this again," the director said smoothly, handing Anna the contract. "Do whatever we say for 2 years or face bankruptcy and ruin. The choice is yours." Seeing no way out, Anna signed the document, hating herself for letting him manipulate her desperation. With no choice left, Anna felt powerless as she signed her rights away. The manager grabbed her roughly by the shoulders and pushed her down into the cold metal barber's chair. "Try not to move around too much," he chuckled sinisterly. He nodded, and the stylist fastened the striped cape tightly around Anna's neck. She squeezed her eyes shut as the clippers sprang to life next to her ear, biting into her thick, dark hair. Anna couldn't help but whimper as her once flowing locks fell in clumps at her feet. "What a waste," the manager tisked, mockingly running his hands through the chestnut strands covering the floor. In minutes, Anna's head was crudely shorn down to the scalp. "Check for any missed spots," the manager barked. The barber ran his hand across Anna's shivering head, ensuring every last hair was removed. Anna barely recognized her exposed scalp and harsh features staring back in the mirror. Anna stared into the mirror in shock at her suddenly bald head after the barber's razor stripped off the last remnants of her long hair. Feeling utterly exposed, she heard a quiet whimper from across the room. She looked over to see several of the other young models huddled together, the same devastated bald look on their previously beautiful faces. Anna walked over hesitantly. The girls gazed back at her with hollow eyes. How could you all accept this?" Anna asked them gently. One petite blonde spoke up in a whisper. "We had no way out, we're all drowning in debt from school loans. Rent ... debt never ends in this city." The others nodded, tears running down their bare scalps. "I know, I have piles of debt too." Anna replied gravely. "I just signed my life away as well. We'll sign our souls away for the chance to glimpse a better future through this darkness," another girl said through gritted teeth. "At least that's what we tell ourselves so we can survive this." The girls fell into a somber silence, bound by the oppressive contracts and sheared heads that stripped them of identity and freedom. The bald models huddled together backstage, feeling violated and trapped. Anna noticed a taller girl among them, who had tears streaming down her hollow cheeks. "Be careful with the manager," she spoke up in a shaky voice. "He has connections everywhere. Police, politicians, even hired thugs on the streets." The other models turned to her as she continued. "I had a friend. Another model here. When her debts piled up and she tried to quit, he had her arrested on false charges. She's still in prison working off damages to him." The girls gasped. Anna felt sick. She was already in so deep but now feared genuine danger. The tall girl continued in a fierce whisper. "He convinces young, desperate models to take out loans for housing or procedures. But the payments balloon over time. Once they're trapped in debt, he makes them sign that contract and shave their heads." Anna's hand instinctively went to her own naked scalp. The web was so tangled she saw no way to escape. Speaking up or quitting would only bring down punishment. Anna's mind raced with panic after hearing the tall girl's warning. She anxiously rubbed her smooth, exposed scalp, a glaring symbol of the manager's control over her body and free will. The tall girl leaned in closer, her eyes brimming with tears. "I forgot the worst part. He makes us get loans from the bank he used to manage," she whispered. The other models stared at her in dismay. "The payments stretch out for like 10 years or more, by design so we can never crawl out from under his thumb." She looked down in shame. Anna felt the walls closing in further. Endless debt and threats if she refused the manager's cruel bidding. Her dreams of modeling fame now seemed hopelessly naive. Just then, the manager sauntered backstage, his eyes locking instantly on the huddled group of bald models. "No time for chatter, ladies. We have a long night ahead." He grabbed Anna's arm forcefully. "You with me for outfit review," he commanded. Anna reluctantly followed him, her confidence sinking. She knew refusal would mean immediate replacement and financial ruin. The manager continued berating Anna as they walked. "I own you now, don't forget. I expect perfection, or you and your little friends will suffer dearly." Anna felt the manager's cruel fingers dig into her arm as he pulled her along, his threats still echoing in her mind. She was disgusted by how much control he now had over her body and her life. He brought her into a viewing room where several racy outfits were hanging. Skimpy materials and strategic cutouts left little to imagination. "We need something that really shocks people and gets headlines," he sneered. "So let's show off that new bald look of yours." He pawed through the outfits, assessing each one. Anna stood there meekly, her skin crawling. She caught a glimpse of her naked scalp in a mirror and had to choke back tears. The manager finally selected an ensemble that was little more than straps and sheer fabric. Yes, this should nicely flaunt those curves. And think of the reactions when they see your bare head with it. Anna trembled as he held it up to her. She had hit rock bottom, allowing herself to be degraded for this sleazy man's gain. Oh, and one last touch, he said, pulling out electric clippers. Anna froze in horror as he ran them roughly over the bit of stubble on her head, erasing the last trace of hair. Perfect. Now let's talk next steps in your training.